Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. Flo, we'll get into the Canelo Bud fight. But first, we got to talk about business, man. And if you're a Niner fan, you got to be pumped up because a guy that came back who wasn't there all training camp, all preseason, and then he was like the Undertaker there week one. I'm talking about Yetur Gross-Matos, a guy that I thought played really well. And then we're looking at PFF, we're looking at this chart right here, and we're seeing that he had the highest pressure rate, win rate from a defensive tackle. We know he's not a defensive tackle, he plays both inside out, but when he was inside, win rate, which is the highest in the NFL, which you gotta be jacked up about that. I saw at PFF he had only 14 pass rushes and he got 3 pressures, which is really good. And we're gonna definitely need that. Him and Nick Bosa tied for number 1 with pressures. But what do you think about that, man? A guy pretty much that wasn't there all camp, comes in like Superman and has a pretty solid day at the office. What do you think about that, and what do you think he could do this week against the Saints, man?
Yeah, man, he played solid because, like you said, he had pretty much no reps or anything. He was out. But one thing, man, we always talk about this. We always preach that Superman age 25 to, was that 28, 29? Yeah, he's in that prime. He's in his prime right now. And obviously, there's some guys on this list that we had before that he's actually performing better than them. And we brought those guys in to fill this niche. What was it? Your boy Collins and Hargrave. And he outperformed them. Obviously, they're in the high 20s, but this guy leading the league, huge, man. And that's been kind of our Achilles heels. Like the last couple of years, is that interior kind of guy who's able to just like create havoc. So if he can keep this up, man, this is gonna be huge, because then, like you said, that lets Nick Bosa cook out there. He doesn't have to worry. He's able to kind of get his one-on-one shots that way if we're getting pressure from other guys on that line. So, man, I'm loving this right now. I think he's gonna have a legit season. I think he's gonna be causing havoc all year round. But man, what do you think?
Yeah, coming into the season, I was thinking like, bro, like, we don't have a lot of interior rushes. We lost, look at both guys, Malik Collins and Hargrave, and they had pretty solid days too. So it's like, who's going to bring the pressure? And I really like the plan that they did, as, you know, Mikael Williams, he's going to be one. And then obviously Gross-Matos, he looks like he's another one. Maybe CJ West too. So all of a sudden, from nothing to something like this, where guys from the inside could get pressure. You saw him, man. His motor he was flying out there. And it was like, oh, snap. Like, this dude, he had it in him. But he was hurt, so I was like, dude, is he even gonna play? I thought Robert Beal was gonna play, and he comes in, and I just saw him every play, boom, right when the ball snapped, he's freaking going, and the offensive line's like, oh shit, this guy's fast as heck. He's no scrub. He's a first-round pick for a reason. It didn't work out with his first team with the Panthers, but everything's out there. And like you said, he's in his prime. If he has a big season this year, he knows he's gonna get paid. So he wants to get paid. And you could see that first game. He's probably like, I want to play, dude. I'm on a contract here. Put me in, coach. And they put him in, and it was a pleasant surprise, man. But we're gonna need guys like him to come in and step it up, because that's what made our defense so great in the past. It was always that damn pass rush, one guy after another. Arden Key, Jordan Willis, Charles Omenihu, all those guys. It was just like no one knew who they were, but these guys were guys that always constantly got pressure. So seeing this, man, I was just like jacked up, man, when I saw he had 3 pressures. Only 14 pass rush attempts. I know a few times him and Mikael Williams dropped back into coverage. That's probably the only thing I really don't like about Robert Saleh's defense. Sometimes he does do that. Yeah. But you know what? It looked good, man. It looked good out there for the first game, and the defensive line was flying. Other than, Alfred Collins, other than him, I think everyone out there played a role in that defensive line, and hopefully Alfred Collins could get together. If he can't, time to bring someone else. Bring back Evan Anderson. Bring back your boy Valdez. Bring one of those guys from the practice squad. But overall, man, I was pumped, man. I saw this number right here, number 1 on the list, and I was jacked up, dude.
And man, I think as the season goes on, Robert Saleh, I felt like great defense. That freaking defensive performance up there, just giving up, 13 points last week?
Yeah.
That was huge. And he hasn't even started unleashing some of his other schemes. That 5-man front, imagining these guys right now are already putting pressure. If we ever go back to that too, these guys are going to be wreaking havoc, man. These guys are going to be freaking in that backfield all day long. Like you said, it's going to be coming down to Robert Saleh playing some of these young guys, because those guys have fresh legs. Let these guys get after those quarterbacks. We still have a couple injuries too, some guys that we haven't got back yet. And I think we're just going to be stacked. It's going to be, like you said, those early 2020 years where we had the defensive line where we could just rotate guys in and out and just send those swarms.
And you know what excites me too? he's coming back from injury, right? He wasn't practicing all camp, all summer long, and he comes in and plays like this. You're expecting him in about 2-3 weeks to come in and be better.
Yeah,
like
he'll be in shape.
Yeah, he'll be in shape. Remember, Nick Bosa took him like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
He didn't practice at all, and it took him a while to get going. Like when we had the contract year, remember when he was holding out?
Yeah.
When this
Like
guy exactly when this guy comes back ready to go, I think he's gonna light a fire in his ass. Remember, he's no scrub. Last year he won 1 week. He was defensive player of the week. He had those 3 sacks in that one game. So, yeah, to me, I was absolutely surprised that happened. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me kind of, when your friends hook you up on a blind date and you're kind of like, I don't even want to go, man. And then you go and you're actually having a good time and you're like, wow, this is kind of cool, man. Like, this chick's kind of cool. That's what it felt like, man. It was a surprise, but it was a great surprise, man. That's how I felt. I was like, oh, yeah, let's get it. But let's talk about this fight real quick, man, before we go. Canelo, Bud, Netflix. Looks like the world's going to be watching this. I know Grant Conan and his dad made a video about it, talking about the fight. But what do you think, man? Who do you got? Canelo or Bud? He's going up in weight, 2 weight classes. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Obviously, this is a close fight. It can go either way. I'm going to go 51-49.
Who you got?
I know.
I'll say right now who I got. But you got to say
To be honest, man, I don't like Canelo, but I think those 2 weight classes, I think I'm going to have to give him the edge right now. Obviously, he's also been in more of these freaking primetime fights. Bud just has the Spence fight that I could really think that was like a wow kind of fight. So I got to give it to the guy who has, who's been there, done that. So I'm going to give it to Canelo. I'm not even a Canelo fan myself, but what do you think?
It's funny because I'm the opposite. I love Canelo, man. I think Canelo is the greatest Mexican boxer of all time. I think he passed up Chavez. I love Chavez, but I think Canelo passed up all the greats. But I think Bud will pull it off, man. I really think that his speed and quickness is going to pull it off. I'm going to be rooting for Canelo, but I think Bud's going to pull it off. Remember, the promoter's Turk. And Turk wants his boy Bud to win out there, And I don't know, maybe something funny might be going on in Vegas. I don't know. But I just think that Bud, he's up there as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Canelo is too, but Bud, man, I just felt that he's been winning all these great fights. And I think this is a legacy fight. And Canelo has all the money in the world already. He has all the money. He has everything he wants. Bud's finally getting his big first fat payday. So he's hungry, man. He's like, dude, I can see more of this. I want a rematch. I want more money. So he's hungry, dude. You see him, he's in shape. He's got the 8-pack going. So I got to give it to Bud, man. It's kind of like, Steve Young. Remember back in the 80s? He wanted that starting position. He did everything. He was complaining to the coaches, put me in, coach. And it took him forever. And finally, when he got this opportunity, he freaking won MVP after MVP. So I think that's the situation right now. Canelo's been the face of boxing. Bud says, it's my time, man. I want it. I'm the next Steve Young. So, yeah, man. That's
I don't know. Obviously, yeah, Canelo does kind of struggle with obviously faster fighters too. But at the end of the day, man, there's weight classes for a reason. So that's kind of my logic. And going up 2 weight classes, I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. Should be good, man. Again, I'm rooting for Canelo, but I just think Bud's the guy, man. But that's what we got, man. Let us know what you think. Who do you got? And what do you think about Gross-Matos? Do you think he's going to get better throughout the season? Let us know down below. Talk to you next time. Peace.